Hello, buddy. What's up? My name's DriveCat45 here and today. First off, I just want to apologize that I have not made a video in a while now. It's been about 3 weeks. Everything was a little crazy. School was crazy, and I also went on vacation, so it's been a little hectic. But fear not, I'm gonna get back into the things. Or I'm gonna get back into things. Also, I have not, I've added a ton to this collection in a little while because I've been focusing on other things. Like currently, I've been buying records actually for my record player. I've also bought something else. I don't remember exactly, but I remember buying something else. So I haven't bought anything for a while for Nintendo, but I'm gonna get back into it. I'm saving up for stuff now. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna get something. So, and really just good deals, I guess, is what I'm looking for. So let's go ahead and get in. I'm filming this a little early. I normally do my room tours, uh, um, during the summer, and it's a few months till summer, but I'm figured I just do it now. As you can see, things have changed a little bit. I've got a second TV in here. It's obviously not as big of a change as when I showed you this last year because this was all new. None of this was here before because I was in a different house. So I guess basically not a ton has changed, but at the same time a lot has changed. The first part of this tour probably is not going to be is not going to be very different, but the second half probably will be. So let's go ahead and get into it. First off, we have the NES original. It's an original NES alongside a NES controller, and these are Nintendo Power Mints, which I don't know why everything's so blurry and doesn't look good, which is kind of weird because normally this camera looks pretty good actually. So there you go. That's on there. Like I said in my last room tour, with my consoles, I like to display at least one controller with them, so people know what they look like. Because most of my friends haven't seen an older Nintendo system. Like they've seen the original one in some way, but like they normally haven't seen like a Super Nintendo or an N64 or stuff like that. So that's what kind of why I do it. Most people do, but for those few that don't, I just like to do it. Here's my Super Nintendo with Super Mario World in it, because I was playing that a little while ago, along with Super Nintendo controller. And this is a carrying case for the Super Nintendo Classic, and it fits like everything, like the controller's cords, everything. So it's like a full-on case. It's kind of big, but it's nice because it's not really practical in the sense that, now it's more portable to bring. It's more practical in the sense of now I know it's not gonna break. Over here I have my Jungle Green N64 with one controller. I do have two Jungle Green controllers, but I only have one on display. I guess there's room for a second one, but I just figured it'd look better with one. It also has Road Rash 64 in it. And over here on the side, actually very in the corner, that's Super Mario 64, but it is not my copy. I don't actually own a copy. That is one of my friends. So that's not actually mine, but it is on display. Well, kind of. That's why it's more hidden. And then here's my Platinum GameCube. Again, still cables here. So yeah, there's my Platinum GameCube with my memory card in it. Actually, my other memory card, I have an official one, is later on. We'll see that. So there's my Platinum GameCube. This is the GameCube I like to play normally, but I found a way that I like to play better, so I don't think I'm going to actually play it like this anymore, which you'll see, alongside a Platinum GameCube controller. Then we have a Red Wii, along with a wired fight pad, or classic fight pad, a Wii remote, and a nunchuck. And that's it there. As you can see, I need to get a port for this still. It does have the back GameCube port, but it does not have the front GameCube port to hide the GameCube controller ports. Next up, I have my black Wii U with the gamepad on top, along with the Wii U Pro controller and a normal Wii remote. And then off to the side of this is my Nintendo Switch carrying case. That way, if I just want to grab my Switch, which is up here, I can just grab my Switch and put it in here, and I'm good to go. So it's nice and fast that way. Yeah. Next up, I have some Pokemon cards. These aren't good cards in any way. They're just a few I have. They're not all of them. I have more suck cards, but I don't have any room to display them, so those are just a few that I have. Here's it's an AR card of Mario for Pictures with Mario, which is a app on the 3DS, where you can take pictures of Mario, I guess, with you and Mario if you want. Here's the AR cards, the standard set of AR cards, along with 3 promotional Pokemon cards for Sun and Moon, where you can scratch off the code and put these guys in your game. So that's cool. GameStop was giving those off for free as long as you entered their store. I think there's a different one each month, and I got 3, so I went there apparently 3 times in a row, which is kind of crazy to think about. But and then up here is my Nintendo Switch. I have my Nintendo Switch along with my Pokeball Plus for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I'm still playing through that, which I know I got a while ago now, but I've been playing other stuff. Like, I just have not had time for games, so still playing through that, so I have it on display. Here are my games, actually. They're just in these 2 little card slots, which is nice. You just pick a game, put it in, and it's good to go. Since I have physical copies, I don't like what do you call them? Digital games. I like to actually own the physical copy of the game, which I know is not, always the popular opinion, but I just like the physical. It's probably more the collector in me. And then up here, I just got a wired controller and another set of Joy-Cons and a grip. Also, you'll notice I'm using my standard Nintendo Switch dock because I had a Insignia Switch dock, but apparently off-brand ones can now fry your Switch. It's this long, complicated process of how it does it. So I'm not going to get into detail, but that's why I've switched back to the OG dock, because I don't really want to destroy my Switch. Is the chance it's going to high? I don't know, but I'm also not going to find out the hard way. So there you have it. Next up is just what I call one of my display boxes, where I just kind of display a few things, whether they're important to me or just because I think they look nice there, So I got my Link AR card. That's one of my extra ones. I have so many AR cards. It's unbelievable. I also have all my Switch cases, along with a few Yarn Yoshi amiibos. Those are the 3 main ones. There's also a Poochie and a Mega Yarn Yoshi, but I don't have those, so those are all the main ones, I guess, technically. There's also an end zapper back there, a dust cover for NES cartridge. There is the NES what is that? The NES Advantage, that's what it is. The NES Advantage, which I did test, does work, and it's actually pretty fun to play with. There's also a few, you can't really see them because they kind of fell down, but there's a few Nintendo eShop gift cards. There's 3 of them, 3 different ones. I think there's a Yoshi, a Bowser, and a Mario one. Yeah, you can't really see again. Then there's also a DS Lite and GoldenEye 007, which is, is kind of a fun game. It was definitely better back in the day, but I think it's still kind of fun today. The controls are really weird, though, obviously, because the N64 has a weird controller. If it had 2 sticks, if the N64 had 2 thumbsticks, I think that actually would have been a pretty fun game. And it still is, but the controls definitely limited it in some ways. So yeah, like I said, here's my my Nintendo Switch games. Just a few shoutouts. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, and Splatoon 2 and Super Mario Odyssey. I think those are the ones I'm gonna really throw out. Some of the better games I own on the Switch. Don't get me wrong, the others are good, but I think those are probably some of the more fun games. Next up, we just kind of have some plushies and some other stuff. So these are Super Mario Connects figures, which Luigi's missing the bottom half. I don't know how he fell down and his legs went. I don't even know. And Toad's also missing his hand because he fell off. He had his legs and he had his hand last time you guys saw them. but I honestly don't know where they went. Like, it couldn't have been far, but I guess it was. So yeah, they're missing a few. But then there's also, I think that's a World of Nintendo figure of Yoshi. I don't know for sure. It's been a while since I opened that. There's also a little Yoshi back here, which he's kind of fallen down over time. Most of the stuff in my collection has, because it's not really upright properly. Then there's also a Game & Watch and the 3DS charger for the original 3DS. I just don't, from where I display my 3DSs, I can't charge them. Like, so I just don't, it's here because I don't have the better place to put it until I, move out on my own and I can display everything how I actually want to, because right now I'm limited on space. Also, I have a tin of a mushroom that had candy in it. We also have Mario Luigi plush, a Pikachu with my Pokemon Game Boy Color, and then there's just a 2DS back there. And these old displays are just using 3DS and DS cases, which I thought was pretty cool. Pretty cool use of them, since I don't actually leave my games in there. It's easier to just, have them laying in cases than that, so that's what I do. Here are my DS and 3DSs. Starting from the top is my original DS, DS Lite, DSi, DSi XL, 3DS, 3DS XL, 2DS, 2DS X, or new 2DS XL, new 3DS, and new 3DS XL. Whew, okay. And then this is just a game case, which actually did have, I had Pokemon X in it, but my friend and I are playing through that, so it's not in there right now because I'm playing it. That's what was in there. Down here is my Game Boys, which has not grown a ton, but I think that's probably what I'm going to start hitting again, just because, I want to finish my Game Boys. So I got original Game Boy, Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Advance SP. This is not the 101 model. I need to get a 101 model. So yeah, there's that. We also have original Game Boy batteries for the OG Game Boy right there, which is very nice to have. Actually, it's kind of cool. But I don't keep them in the box because if something goes wrong, I'd rather it, break this cardboard box. It doesn't matter than its actual box. Here's a link cable for the Game Boy Advance, and this is actually a link cable for the original Game Boy. Didn't really have a super good spot to put them, so that's kind of where they are right now. Probably not permanent, but that's where they are. Here's my Game Boy sorry, we already know that's a Game Boy Advance. What am I saying? Here's some Game Boy games. I just got a few Game Boy games. So there's a few Game Boy games, a few Game Boy Color there, and then Pokemon Pinball 2, which you can't really see. It's a little dark in here. Still got to get the LED lights in there, but that's way more of a chore than I originally thought. I was going to put them in myself, but then the way I'd have to do it, I have to solder. It's just ridiculous. So I'm not, I'm going to let my dad do that, because otherwise I was going to do it by myself. But so here's just some handheld boxes. I didn't have a super good place for them. Also, this Sonic Colors manual, and this is a sealed USB-C or USB-A to USB-C cable. It's an official Nintendo. It's just, so I figured, whatever, put it there, I guess, because one of my friends gave it to me. He's like, "You want it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I got, a sealed one, which isn't like, a big whoop, but it's there. So I got my 2DS, or I got a 2DS box up here, original Game Boy box, DSi XL, another 2DS box, new 3DS XL box, new 3DS box, new 2DS XL box, and then another new 3DS XL box. I don't have two 3DS XLs, but my friend gave me his box, so that's why I have two. So here's my TV. This is a TCL Roku TV. Sorry, so it's kind of like a smart TV. It's basically got a Roku built into it. So it's kind of nice, like if I want to watch YouTube or something, just pull it up here. Yeah. But it's nice. This is my bigger TV of the two. This one's a little bit smaller, but this one only plays more of my classic consoles, so it's not really a big deal. Not that worried about it. Down here on display, well, this isn't really on display, but there's a few things. I have this is my Wii sensor bar. It's a wireless one, which is very nice to have. especially since, you know, like my Wii and Wii U are over there, and it doesn't matter which one I'm playing, I just turn it on and it knows, you know, where the closest Wii is, so that's nice, so I don't have to worry which one's which. Obviously, when I have two on, I don't know what it does then. I think it just goes to the first one, so I'll probably have to get a Wii sensor bar. I have to get another one anyway, since I have another Wii here connected to this TV. So I'll probably have to get another one at some point, but for right now I can get away with just one. So anyways, here's my Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the N64, Mario Kart 64, and Donkey Kong 64. Over here I have a few Super Nintendo games, Star Fox, Mario Paint, Super Mario Kart, and Super Punch-Out! Along with Punch-Out!, Super Mario Bros. / Duck Hunt, Metroid, Super Mario Bros. 2, and I think that's Open Season, which I've not played Open Season yet, actually. So I'm pretty sure it's a golf game of some sort. Next up, I have my Elgato capture card, which you guys have seen a little bit of gameplay. Actually, I recorded another video of gameplay, but I don't think I'm going to upload it. Don't really like that video. Thought it could have been better, so I don't think I'm actually going to upload. Probably going to delete it. So, yep. And then here's the GameCube port for the Nintendo Switch. So I just have the wire running up to the dock. Actually, you can see it's plugged in there. I just have it running all the way down here because I think it's way better to have it there, because if you're playing on my couch over there, it's better to have it more level, because if I put it up there, cables would be drooping across my TV, which is obviously not super awesome. So I think that's a good spot for it, and honestly I think it's kind of smart. I mean, I'm sure I didn't not the one to come up with that, but I'm glad that's what I did. Then over here is just a creeper and a creeper spawn egg that I got for Easter one time that my grandma gave me. You know, Minecraft's cool, I guess. And then here's just this is just a Logitech speaker. It's also got a, you know, subwoofer. It's got 2 speakers. They're like cheap. They're like $25, I think. But the sound on this TV is not that good. These are so good. For $25, they're steal. And they plug in via 3.5mm headphone jack. So like basically what your phone has, unless you have a modern phone, which then you probably don't have a headphone jack anymore, unless you're running on Samsung, which is like the only phone company still to have a headphone jack. Yeah, there you go. It's just right there, headphone jack through my TV, and it works pretty good actually. So a lot better sound. Obviously not playing sound right now because I don't want like Metal Arms music going on while I talk, which that's what it is. Metal Arms, very good game, love it. It's like my childhood game basically. So now we're kind of going above the box area. Sorry, that's my thing. It's really hot in here. I do apologize for that. Thought it'd affect the lighting a little bit more than it did, but it doesn't. So, because like otherwise I'd be sweating bullets while making this video. So I got a hat here that I got for a Secret Santa thing. So that's kind of cool. Actually, it's kind of funny. I got in that Secret Santa thing because one of my friends forced me into it, which is funny. I'm kind of glad he did because I got a hat out of it. So here's another DSi XL box actually, which came inside that box because it was bundled with Mario vs. Donkey Kong. What is that? Miniland Mayhem. That's what it is. Which is actually a pretty good game. I like it. I've already beat it, but that was when I had my original DSi, and then I sold that, and then got like an exact copy of that DSi. So, and then here's my 3 Yarn Yoshi amiibo boxes, along with, I think that's Ryu and my 8-bit Link amiibo. And then there's also my Super Nintendo and Nintendo Classic Edition boxes. And then up here, which is just keeps getting stacked higher and higher, I have my Elite Spyro, like the box, so that's why I keep them up there. It's Skylander, but I also have my Wii. There's that Fight Pad, that box I was talking about. An NES Classic controller box, along with Zelda lights, Christmas lights, Pikachu mug, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Pokeball Plus, and then right there is the Joy-Con grip charger box, and then another Joy-Con grip, that's Super Mario Odyssey, with LEGO Dimensions for the Wii U behind that. And then here's kind of something new. This is like my Super Smash Bros. Display. I do want to, when I get to my new house, or like when I get my own house, I want to display more things. Like I want to have Zelda wall, Mario wall, or like sections. Maybe the Metroid wall. I don't know, or something. Or section something. But for right now, this is all I can really do. So here's my Super Smash Bros. Little area. So I got the the GameCube port for the Wii, or it's not the Wii U. Sorry, the Nintendo Switch, along with Super Mario Bros. For. Gee, all right, I'm sorry. Then the Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS, along with Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And then there is that's my sister's Nintendo Switch box that she gave me, along with what is that? That's the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller box, Yellow Joy-Con box, Mario Amiibo, Luigi Amiibo, Ryu Amiibo, Wario Amiibo, and Samus. There we go. And then over next to that is my Super Smash Bros. Ultimate poster that I got for pre-ordering the game, along with the pin. And then that's just a question mark box. You can't really see it because of the lighting. There you go. Now you can. And then the two GameCube controllers. That one was for Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, and that one was for Ultimate. So I do have both. I don't have the white one for Wii U though, but I do have the black one. Then over here we got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, my Nintendo Switch box, along with another set of Joy-Con box, and the wired controller box. And then there's Rosalina, Pikachu, Mega Man, 8-Bit Link, and Gold Mario. And then I also have two GameCube controllers. That's the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate GameCube controller, and then that's just a wireless GameCube controller for this Nintendo Switch, which is very nice. Actually, I normally use that over my Pro Controller for sometimes. Not all the times, but sometimes. Oh, I almost missed that. That's the Pikachu mug box, which is kind of hidden behind the wired